Please don't tell me to give it a chance. Please don't tell me it's so good. He worked so hard on it. You should watch it for Shane. No. No, 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 no. I am not watching Jake Paul. I've said it before. I said it earlier. I've tried. I have watched Jake Paul videos. It pains me. It literally, actually, physically pains me.
This type of conflict isn't new. Not only does it happen on YouTube, but mainstream media as well. It happens when a trusted brand showcases a controversial figure. Donald Trump with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, or Nike featuring Colin Kaepernick. Now, Jake Paul isn't comparable to any of these figures, but they do have something in common. Although they have a large number of supporters, they also have a large number of individuals who strongly dislike them. This strong aversion from a large group of people often deters certain peers from working with them, and certain brands from partnering up with them. More importantly, viewers are afraid these videos by Shane Dawson will result in Jake Paul being humanized to the point where his past actions may be forgiven. Welcome to Psych IRL, my name is Donna. So the Shane Dawson and Jake Paul docuseries, episode 1 and 2 just came out. Essentially, the first episode was about the whole Jake Paul drama and the perspective that the internet has of it. In episode 2, it was about sociopaths, if YouTubers had traits of sociopaths, and if Jake Paul could possibly be a sociopath.
What do you think?
I think that there's got to be some reason why somebody can be as, I don't know what the word is, outgoing, negatively outgoing as him.
I love you. I love you.
In my opinion, very interesting stuff. I'm so excited for future episodes. So I have seen a little bit of backlash on Twitter about Shane Dawson and Jake Paul doing this docuseries together. It wasn't as much as I expected, and I think that's due to the fact that we haven't seen Jake Paul and Shane Dawson interact on camera yet. It's going to be really interesting to see that happen and the audience reaction. So there are two opposing arguments. On one side, we have people that believe that bad people, and by bad I just mean controversial, should be given a platform to speak because it exposes them to a large number of people and they will see how ridiculous and incompetent this person may be. By suppressing them, you're actually creating more desire for this content to be seen. You see this in the Alex Jones situation, who is notorious for his conspiracy theories. Jones was banned from Apple, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and Twitter. But as soon as publicity arose from the ban, Jones's InfoWars app became one of the most downloaded apps during that time. On the other side, we have those that say stupidity shouldn't be even given a platform because it breeds more stupidity. A perfect example of this is the flat earth theory.
Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, gyrating? No, I'm pretty rock solid.
Though many suspect this movement is a giant troll, many fall for the joke and as a result take the theory seriously. In fact, the movement increases every time a celebrity endorses it. So the dispute is, why even bring up such a ridiculous and outlandish theory? Because no matter how much it's ridiculed, there will always be stupid people, and those stupid people will believe that theory, and that adds up and it creates more stupid people. It's undeniable that Shane Dawson is one of the most influential creators on YouTube.
Shane Dawson's worst viewed video from the past 2 months when he's doing docuseries is 13 million views. To give you an idea of what a massive deal that is, that it's not like these one-offs, it is serialized, consistent content around a subject. America's Got Talent was the biggest show in the United States this past week. That, taking into account not only live, but DVR views, had 11.8 million. And that, among other factors, is why I think Shane Dawson is one of the most powerful people in entertainment right now.
That is just in terms of numbers. Dawson also has fan dedication. This factor isn't really something that can be quantified, but to give you an idea of what I actually mean, look no further than fandoms and sports fans. Although I don't believe his viewers are obsessed to the point where they send death threats to whoever he dates, Shane Dawson has some of the most dedicated viewers on this platform.
His last two docuseries have molded the public narrative around very polarizing figures. He's humanized people that were previously villainized. I personally have the belief that he saved Tana Mongeau's career. He's a big part of the reason for the renewed sympathy and hype around Jeffree Star, although arguably Jeffree Star didn't need it.
So what could this docuseries potentially do? Historically, working with the Paul brothers brothers never bodes well with creators who already have an established fan base. They embody this narcissistic, entitled, view-hungry future generation, and no matter how terrible their actions are, they never seem to lose. And this is the biggest reason I think they are so hated on the internet. They undermine the hero's journey we're also familiar with, where the hero starts as an underdog, faces many challenges, has a revelation along the way, and comes home transformed as a better, moral person. In this story, it's the villain that wins. The Paul brothers never seem to face any consequence no matter how negative their actions have been. And because of this hatred, Shane Dawson is taking a massive risk. Normally, people don't want to work with controversial figures because you may face audience backlash. It limits brand deals because companies don't think you're advertiser friendly, and it also limits who may want to work with you because you become associated with controversy. Casey Neistat and Gary Vee, for example, are very loved creators on this platform, but when they featured one of the Paul brothers in their videos, their audience was just not having it. And so when we see Jake Paul on screen with Shane Dawson, will Shane suffer the same fate as those two creators? Who knows? Hopefully not. In my opinion, Shane Dawson is at one of the highest points he has ever been in his career, so why would he gamble the position he's in just to tell this story? The main argument is this project is going to give Jake Paul more publicity, but my argument is, regardless of this docuseries, he was going to get some sort of publicity anyway. We're talking about a Paul brother, someone who uses drama and outrage to grow their channel. He's faked beef with his brother, faked a marriage.
We did it!
He's worked with Lil Tay and Danielle Bergoli at the peak of their drama. Unlike Shane, where when he works with a controversial person, you see him attempting to know them as a person, or sometimes the video isn't even about the controversy. Jake Paul did it strictly for business. So given that history, there's no doubt in my mind that he would have cooked something up anyway for publicity if this docuseries weren't to happen. When you take those 2 points into consideration, one, Jake Paul is going to get publicity anyway, and two, Shane Dawson is going to take a massive risk, why shouldn't Shane be able to share his perspective? One thing that I find very annoying and a little bit hypocritical is how drama, news, or commentary channels are very opposed to this series, yet they make 5 more videos regarding the series and about Jake Paul. Because historically, negative and critical videos about Jake Paul have actually boosted Jake up. But no, this is not me saying that you shouldn't make critical videos about him. This is me more saying, how can you say Shane Dawson shouldn't be able to share his perspective, yet you are doing your part by giving him more attention? And in an idealistic world, no one would be making videos about Jake Paul, but that's not the world and reality we live in. You see the desire that people want by the amount of views and clicks that Jake Paul videos and critical videos get. And it's this ongoing cycle. Jake Paul does something dumb, drama channels report on it, people click it, and it goes on and on and on. So I think Shane Dawson should be able to share his perspective as well. He rarely talks about controversy and drama, so this is going to be really interesting to see. Besides, Shane has said this video is going to be more about than just Jake Paul. It's going to be about everybody, so who knows what that means, but I'm very excited to see it. And it's not like he only highlights controversial people. He's highlighted people like Molly Burke, Sophia Pecora, Graveyard Girl. And it's awesome that he highlights such wholesome creators, but also YouTube isn't just that. The reality of YouTube is there are controversial people too, and I think it's important that we have a discussion about both. And when you examine the direction Dawson is going in now, it seems like he's really passionate about these documentary pieces. The purpose of a documentary is to bring to light a certain issue. We can't always do that when all we do is talk about the parts of YouTube that are positive. Whether you like it or not, Jake Paul is a big part of YouTube. So how different is this project really from something you see on Vice or ABC News? This, to me, is more fake. In fact, mainstream media often gets YouTube culture completely wrong. So who better to tell the story than someone who has been on the platform since almost the beginning, who has gone through controversy himself and has had ups and downs on his channel in terms of numbers. Early YouTubers have insight and experience on this platform no reporter can ever get. So there is no better person to be telling this story than one of the OG YouTubers himself. Hey guys, I hope you liked that video. I'm super excited to see the further episodes of the docuseries, and I'm genuinely curious whether or not you support this series or you think that it'll bring more attention to Jake Paul and he shouldn't have done it. I will see you guys next time. Stay psyched.